How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. We're going to be reviewing the EBR 75 FL10, as the title will suggest. Now, this is kind of controversial tank, obviously. Being a wheeled vehicle, some people will think that this is the most OP vehicle at tier 8, and honestly, I'd say the Progetto is still better. But yeah, like, this is very, very annoying to deal with. You got the wheels, which are just don't even get penned, you know, for whatever reason, and still, even after nerfing this thing, when the wheels get hit, then you lose more speed. You still don't lose enough speed. Like, the thing is, if you get shot in the wheel, the chances are, like, if you're going at like 80 and you get shot in the wheel, you're just going to lose control of the vehicle and just crash. Like, at least in real life. I mean, you try driving a car with one wheel knocked out and you're going 80. Yeah, it's not going to end too well. However, I am still going to review this thing because it is still in the game, and a lot of people are going to want to pick this up when Frontline comes around. So, yeah. I mean, this is all I really use it for. I don't have loads and loads of games. I only have 85 games in this thing. And, yeah, it's not... I don't have the best stats in this thing, but I don't really honestly like this thing too much. The gun is really, really nice. However, it really does shine in Frontline, where you can quickly get around the map, because you are the fastest vehicle and the most capable vehicle overall, kind of, in Frontline. This and the Progetto just shine in Frontline like so much. As you probably know, that's just giving you a little bit of detail about the tank. Now we're going to compare it to some other tanks, and then we'll get into some kind of stats about it, and then we'll move on into some gameplay afterwards. So, go and get a snack, have a cup of tea, and let's begin. Okay, so here we are on Trusty Tanks GG. We have the EBR 75 over here, the Lynx, and the Batchat 12T, as well as the LT432. Now, these are the tech tree counterparts of this tank, and you have the LT432, which is widely regarded as one of the best premium light tanks that you can buy. That is tracked, so we'll stick that in there, because tough competition. Straight away, you'll see DPM is the second best, even though that this thing has an autoloader. It's a little bit like the Barask. It has a 2-shot autoloader. It doesn't have very high pen, and it doesn't have very high damage. However, this thing reloads in about 10 seconds. And yeah, you can output 350 damage in 1.5 seconds. So yeah, you still have a good crew in this thing. You can put vents on it. I've got, I think, 2067, so nearly 2.1 DPM. Obviously, LT432 can put a rammer on it. So yeah, like, this thing still wins by far with DPM. Obviously, the Lynx can put a rammer on it as well, and it will get more DPM just because of that fact. So, yeah. But overall, like, the Lynx isn't a terrible tank. It's just outclassed by this thing. And the Batchat 12T is going to have the worst DPM because it does have a 4-shot autoloader. But you can do 680 damage in 6 seconds, which sounds a little bit rough, considering that this thing outputs 350 in 1.2, has half the reload time. Yeah, you can kind of see where this is going, right? So in the time that this guy has emptied his clip, you have the second clip ready. So yeah, DPM on this thing is very, very good, even though that it's an autoloader. Another thing that is very, very good and goes understated for most of the tanks is actually the shell velocity. 1,300 standard APCR is beautiful. It really is. Like, standard APCR, I love it. I love APCR so much. It's a 75mm gun, so you can't overmatch UDES or anything like that, unlike the Lynx can. I mean, the Lynx is the only one out of all of these that can overmatch the UDES, so just keep that in mind. Ammo capacity of 56 actually gets the most out of all of them, although it's not that far ahead of the LT432 and the Lynx in comparison to the total amount of damage that you can do. Now, moving on to the gun handling, and this is the part where it goes, wow. It has 1.1 second aiming time. It has 0.36 dispersion, which is on par with the rest, but we don't need to talk about that. The traverse dispersion and moving dispersion and all of this is just, it's unmatched, apart from the Lynx. Like, I don't know why the Lynx gets such good, you know, soft stats, but it does, so there you go. It does get 12 degrees of elevation and 8 degrees of gun depression, which means that it can, you know, look over ridge lines and stuff, but you're not really going to be doing that too much in, you know, light tanks, but it's nice to have either way. But these gun stats just mean that you don't need vert stabs at all. If you're using vert stabs, you could have a better equipment choice on there. And I'll move into equipment after the comparison, obviously, but yeah, don't use vert stabs. Now, mobility. Obviously, this is going to be the fastest out of all of them. The Lynx doesn't come close. Yeah, it goes at the same speed backwards as it does forwards. Although I'd much prefer driving the LT432, just because of how the wheels actually work in this game. If you think about how tracks work for turning a tank, the tank has to keep one track stationary and another track to go forwards. Now, the thing is, I guess it's just completely lazy coding at this stage, but they just implemented that into the EBR and all the wheeled vehicles. If you're in a car, you can turn the wheels without moving. Go and try it if you're old enough. It's just annoying. It's just an annoying little feature that not many people talk about, but I hate it. And that's why I prefer driving the LT432. Just because of the wheels going forwards when you turn, and if I'm slowing down to try and get a shot off and I'm trying to turn because I'm in a city or something, I don't know, just for argument's sake, it's just annoying. It's annoying that the fact that I'm going forwards when I want to turn and prepare my tank to go somewhere else, it's just a little tiny thing that really, really annoys me about the wheeled tanks. And I know I'm probably going to go and get a lot of stick for that, for saying that, you know, they should, I mean, it's not really a buff, it's a change, but it annoys me, okay? Anyway, that's enough about the wheels and EBR. Power to weight of 35, best out of all of them. Terrain resistances, I mean, best out of all of them, apart from the Lynx, which is exactly the same. Yeah, you can just see a pattern. It's just super, super fast. It's basically an F1 car, let's be real. Yeah, armor, it doesn't have any, apart from the gigantic stellinium wheels that it has, apparently. And yeah, stationary camo is the best out of all of them as well, for whatever reason, even though the Lynx is kind of more compact and smaller. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a little bit wider, but I don't understand the camo values in this game sometimes, but there you go. Yeah, view range of 310, exact same as the Lynx. It is a bit of an issue. However, if they buffed it, it would be completely broken. Yeah, you can see how powerful the EBR is when you stick the EBR 105, when you stick bonded and stuff like that on it, and it becomes up to, you know, for like 460 view range. Yeah, like it's a good thing that this view range is so low. And the rest of it, it's just whatever. Now let's go and talk about the equipment and the crew skills. Okay, so the equipment that I have on this tank is CVS, vents, and optics. Now, this is what I mean. Like, why would you put... Because you basically get a free slot with an autoloader. Because of the fact that you don't have a rammer available to you. And, I mean, realistically, what are you going to put there? Like, sure, you might be able to put that there, but... I mean, why? You could just boost the spotting capability of this tank. And I put it up to 417 meters view range, which is quite a lot for this tank. You could go for low noise exhaust. That's a valid choice. I have run that before. It does put the camo value up quite a bit. I believe around about 50-ish. Yeah, it puts it up to about 50.2. So, yeah. It's very, very hard to spot this thing if you do that. And then you combine that with, obviously, the speed and the view range that it has. It's quite nice. Quite a nice package altogether. But we're going to run CVS for today. Loadout-wise, I love APCR, as you know. So we're going to go mostly APCR. I also want to gain credits, so yep, we're going to have only 10 heat, but I don't really use heat that often on this tank. Also, the HE rounds have 75 pen, which is kind of nice, actually, because a lot of the lower tier tanks or the less armored tanks, 75 is going to go straight through it. And considering that this does 260 average damage, yeah, you can get those, you know, 500 damage rolls pretty often if you just go and quickly whack into and then run away. So yeah, it's very, very nice. Now moving on to crew skills. This gets exactly the same crew as an EBR 105. So if you've already gone down that line, you can obviously just whack in your crew straight into the EBR 75. Commander wise, obviously the basics, as much viewing as you can, and also concealment. It does get a radar operator, so situational awareness is going to go onto that. And yeah, there's not really too much to talk about. You just go concealment, brothers in arms, obviously, the standard stuff for light tanks. You just want as much view range as you can get and concealment as you can get, and obviously brothers in arms to help out with everything else. If you do want a full crew skill guide, then I do have one. I will leave it down below in the description. So yeah, check that out if you feel like you want to learn more about the crew skills in the game. Okay, I talked enough about this tank, I feel, so let's go into some games and show you how it plays. Just quickly, before this battle starts, I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's Pilsen. I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm only going to press the D key. Like, why am I going forwards right now? If I'm just turning. You press the A key, D. Look, I can drive the tank without even... It's just stupid. And that's exactly the same on how a tank would work with tracks. So, it's just annoying. It's really, really annoying, actually. At least for me, right? Other people are just going to be like, oh, stop complaining. No one cares. The tank's overpowered and broken. It's not as overpowered and broken as you might think. Yes, it's very, very stupid. In respects of the wheels can't be penned and it's very fast, but actually driving it is going to take a lot more... That's just... a lot more skill than you actually think. Yes, anyone can just go and YOLO into an enemy base and get a load of spotting damage, right? But to actually play this tank well is a bit of a different story. I have no idea if we hit anyone there. I am going to try and be careful because I don't want to have the same fate as that T-49. He's not as spotting. Rip. Okay, let's see what we can do. We're going to be a little bit aggressive. That's fine. There's a Conway up there. Indian Panzer as well. Doesn't have, as you know, it's not got super, super high gun elevation. It's only got 12 degrees, so it's definitely no lava, right? Or flak Panzer where it can aim up to the skies. Okay, let's... Nice. I don't think there's anyone else down here, but otherwise they would have shot me. The most important thing to know about this tank is when to go into like... I keep trying to call it siege mode, but it's not siege mode. Like the turbo mode and not. So... What the... We should be okay, actually. Ah, you know what? This is gonna be my end, okay. Oh, well, we pushed up too far. It's fine. We should win that, though. Like, because now all of these can push up here, then they take this, and then this should actually be quite hard for them to push out of as well. We're up 2k health, at least. No, we're basically on even health, but we do have some tank advantages, so... Okay, now we're up a lot more health. Not too sure what just happened there. So yeah, we should win this overall. Should be okay. Could we have done anything differently? I mean, if we had had any other light tank that had more view range, we'd have probably spotted every single person there. So it's not like this tank is super, super good at spotting, which is why I put CVS on it, just to try and help out as much as I can with it. Because as much as 417 view range is a lot for this tank because of how fast it can move and get into like enemy positions and stuff like that, it's not super good. Like, you're not a proper light tank. So you need to keep that in mind. And don't expect to do a light tank's job of, you know, sitting in a bush unless you're close enough. So, yeah. It has its limitations, definitely, this tank. I mean, I honestly I don't understand why they still haven't nerfed the wheels on this thing, though. We didn't really get any bounces, I don't think, or like non-pens from the wheels, so I don't know. I guess we got unlucky, but that's how it should be. Like, you shouldn't be bouncing anything in this tank. It doesn't have armor, so yeah, I'll see you in the after this game ends. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't like an insanely good game or anything like that. Got 2k combined, which is not great by any means, but it's something. Yeah, especially on Pilsen. It's not exactly a great spotting map. But yeah, we'll play one more game and then wrap things up. Okay, so we get another outstanding spotting map. I'm not going to be super aggressive, like a lot of EBR drivers are on this map, or light tank, you know, wheeled light tank drivers are on this map. So we're going to go and try and get into this bush here. And then just wait for a second. Because we have good camo. And our camo should hold up. This way, we should be able to spot anyone that's trying to cross into the middle here as well. And also anyone that is kind of over-peaking on this side. We won't be able to spot anyone like right there because obviously bushes are in the way. But anyone here, we should be able to spot. I'm also going to preload HE now. This Lynx is going to spot me, so I'm going to back off. Try to get out of his proxy. And now that he's running away, we can then go back. And say hello to him. Oh, that was bad. Okay, well, I failed the second shot, but it's fine. There are 2 RT in place, so I'm going to try and get out of it now. Scorpion G, we need to watch out for. He's on the other side of that, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to try and peek over again. Do I make that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, he should be fine. Nice. Back to APCR. And we will now start the old running away segment. Surprised he held that for me. Scorpion G knows what he's doing. Right, so we have good map control so far. We've got rid of the Lynx and their back chat, and we took no damage in return for it. Both of our light tanks, including me, obviously, don't have any hit points lost at all. So we can actually start to be a little bit more aggressive and try and force some pressure over, say, this side of the map. And actually up the tempo a little bit of this game. I don't know why this guy's gone in, but apparently he wants to, so... Try and help him out with the tanks that I can pen easily. Obviously being the STA-1. And I don't want to take another shot. So what we're going to do is just kind of peek a little bit, just to get a little bit of vision for our team. And then do it that way. Watch out for the Scorpion G. He really wants me for some reason. Try not to flip the tank. That helps as well. Okay. You know what? This Scorpion G might actually come out. So we're going to load a HE round. Because realistically, they can't push over this. So... yeah, let's see. This Scorpion G might try and come out. And I can HE pen him. If he doesn't come out in the next, say, 5 seconds or so, then... okay, back to APCL. We'll try and kill these. They're low enough health now. I can go and kill this SDA-1 for free. Can't remember exactly what the STA-1's health was on. $800. It's fine. Take one in return. Make sure I don't get hit by the Scorpion G as well. He's just fired. Fire once, reload. Load HE for the Scorpion G. Now we go and kill him. We're still spotted, remember. Now we should be roughly unspotted now. What we can do is now go up to this bush here, and then we can poke over and hopefully shoot the Scorpion G. I mean, I don't really know how the first shot didn't pen, but whatever you say, game. Whatever you say. Oh, you try and hit one Scorpion G and another one appears. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. We now just run away because Artie will want to try and kill us, because we're very close to being able to just go and YOLO the Artie and kill him. Right, I've been driving backwards this whole time, so now we go forwards. Again, another thing that's only on this tank. Same speed backwards as forwards. Okay, I kind of want to kill this Scorpion. And, like, get him out of the game. DS5. Change of plans. We're loading heat, and we're going to try and put some damage onto these. Because they'll peek across. Right, we're going to turbo mode as well, so that we can try and get out the way a lot faster. If we actually go up here, what health are they on? Are they, like, kind of low? Is this lever... I don't know if this lever's pushing or not. Oh, they're both low. That can just be annoying to them, I guess. Lever just fired. Oh, we only have one HE, actually. That's not a good sign. Oh, come on. See what I mean about these wheels? How I have to go forwards? If you get stuck somewhere, it's just so annoying. I was going to use HE to shoot the SU, but obviously one HE, there's not really any point. Okay, I'm going to ping my UDAs and tell them to get onto this spot here. At least that way he'll be able to shoot whatever I spot. And I'm going to use these dips to hopefully avoid a shell. He missed. There you go, back. I don't have the gun depression. Oh my... He missed yet again. Oh, they know where the other RT is anyway. He'll peek me. Yeah, he hits me that time. Just let our UDAs finish him off. I don't know why he's still trying to shoot him from the same position, but there you go. TD gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening? How have you possibly got into a situation where he can shoot you? And this guy's capping. What is going on? He's going to run away that way. What is that? What have I just watched? Well, we won. We got 2.4k damage, which is obviously a lot better than the 900 that we got last time. To be fair, I think I'm going to do something like that. Like, because we run out of HE, and the thing is, this thing can actually flank stuff a lot easier than anything else. So, yeah, 12 HE with 75 pen is really nice. Also, we get another cruise skill. What do I want to put on it? I suppose we just go repairs, though, just to get the wheels back a little bit faster when they obviously get shot. But yeah, that has been the EBR 75 FL10. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully you saw what its weaknesses are, and obviously its strength, which has basically everything. But yeah, this thing isn't very balanced. Simply just because of the wheels. It doesn't need these massive, like, shell-absorbing wheels. Because if you shoot one of these things and it hits the wheel, nothing happens, it hardly slows down, and it bounces half the time or just gets absorbed. So it's so stupid. All right, just allow us to actually pen these wheels. That's all that's really necessary for this thing. A lot of people say that they can't hit them. Honestly, just turn your sensitivity down and learn how to aim. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. The thing is, if you're aiming correctly, chances are it will go where you're aiming it. Obviously, you get those times where it's RNG and it's just completely stupid, but it's the same for any tank. Think about it this way. It goes at 80. It's 10 kilometers an hour faster than LT432. Not many people complain about the LT432 and not being able to hit it. Or even a ELC even 90, for example. This thing goes at 70. Like, if you can't hit this thing, it's quite a long target as well. Like, I would understand people saying that they can't hit this thing, but just because it's going fast just means that you need to lead more, and you'll learn it over time. Yeah, that's just what I think about them. Anyway, hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out greatly. And yeah, come join my Discord. All the links are in the description or in the pinned comment. And also come and join the clan because, yeah, credit boosters. Who doesn't like credit boosters? And I'll see you all in the next one, which, yeah, hopefully shouldn't be too long. Obviously, this is recorded today, being Tuesday, the 27th, and I'm getting my room all redone. Hasn't started yet, but we have the grind all recorded, ready for this week. And yeah, next week, it should look a lot different. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one, whenever that is.